Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Atul, and today's topic is: are you resting or are you slowly giving up? Does it hit home? Are you resting or are you slowly giving up? You gotta be true. You gotta be honest. There's a question that most people avoid asking themselves: am I taking a break because I need to recover, or have I slowly stopped trying? Because from the outside, they can almost look identical. Someone sitting at home might be recovering from a burnout, or they might be avoiding things they know they need to do. Someone might be taking time for themselves, or they might be slowly accepting life they never wanted. The difference is not always obvious. Rest is necessary. Nobody can run at full speed forever. We need moments where we step back, recharge, and breathe. We need time away from pressure. We need hobbies, entertainment, and moments where we don't have to be productive. A person who never rests eventually breaks down. But there's another side that nobody talks about. Sometimes rest becomes a place we hide. Sometimes I just need more time turns into months or even years of waiting. Sometimes I'm recovering becomes an excuse to avoid the fear of trying again. And the scary part is that it doesn't feel like giving up. Giving up rarely happens in one dramatic moment. Most people don't wake up one day and decide, I'm done chasing my goals, I'm done becoming better, I'm done caring. It slowly happens. One missed opportunities, one more day of procrastination, one more excuse, one more promise that tomorrow will be different. Until eventually the life you once started feels life you once wanted starts feeling unrealistic. The human mind is incredibly good at adapting. If you stay in the same routine long enough, even an unhappy life can start feeling normal. You will stop asking, is this what I actually want? And you start asking, how can I make myself accept this? You convince yourself, maybe I don't really want that goal anymore. Maybe this is just who I am. Maybe it's too late to change, but sometimes those thoughts are acceptance. Sometimes they just but sometimes those thoughts aren't acceptance. Sometimes they're just exhausting talk. The difference between resting and giving up is simple. Rest has purpose. Giving up has no direction. When you're resting, you still care. You might take weeks off from the gym, but you still want to return. You might step away from a project, but you still believe in it. You might slow down, but you haven't abandoned the person you're trying to become. Giving up feels different. You stop making plans. You stop imagining a better future. You stop believing your actions matter. The future version of yourself becomes someone you only think about instead of someone you're building. One of the biggest traps in life is waiting until you feel ready. People think, when I have more energy, I'll start. When I'm more confident, I'll take action. When my life is less complicated, I'll change. But confidence usually comes from action. Energy often comes from movement. Motivation often appears after you begin. The hardest part is not becoming successful. The hardest part is convincing yourself that change is still possible. A lot of people are not lazy. They're discouraged. They tried before and failed. They made mistakes. They lost time. They compare themselves to people who are already ahead of them. Eventually, protecting yourself from disappointment feels safer than trying again. Because if you don't try, you can't fail. But there's another type of pain. The pain of looking back years later and realizing you never gave yourself another chance. The goal isn't to constantly grind. A meaningful life isn't built by destroying yourself. The goal is to be honest with yourself. Ask, am I resting because I need to heal? Or am I resting because I'm afraid to begin again? Am I taking time off because I have a plan? Or am I avoiding the discomfort of creating a better life? You don't need to completely transform overnight. You don't need to fix everything at once. Sometimes getting your life back starts with one simple promise. One small promise. Going for the walk, applying for the opportunity, having the difficult conversation, returning to the thing you abandoned. Small actions remind you that you still have control. Because the biggest danger isn't failure. Failure means you tried. The biggest danger is slowly convincing yourself that trying isn't worth it. So ask yourself, are you resting because you're preparing for the next chapter of your life? Or have you been resting so long that you've forgotten you were supposed to start writing it? The answer might change everything.